So now it's time for North Node.
Yeah. First of all, the main thing that I'm pulling out of these for, the sun and all that.
Yeah, so let's pull up the book so they can see the book.
Okay, yeah. So this is again, what it is that I mainly am using, or that I highly recommend if you want to be able to learn it on your own. It definitely breaks down, It breaks down like Gemini, twins, quick-witted, quicksilver. Wow, I can't say words. Dyslexia. So, speech therapists are so happy about me.
It worked so hard and got so far.
So, here, So, is that okay? See, Sun, Moon, Mercury, Venus. I am not focused, but whatever. You could see the signs. These are signs. That's what they look like. And then they talk about which planet is, or which zodiac is ruled by those.
Okay.
It's all really fun to look at, as far as being able to, and then it'll talk about retrograde. It'll talk about houses. It'll talk about, I highly recommend this, as well as, but we'll get back to what's on there, which is the North Node. And again, highly recommend for you to go see, if you're over and if you were to be over in North Glendale, go see Mary over at Jan Ross
Bookstore. Yeah.
And this book is all about your North Node. North Node is your karmic lesson that you need to learn for this life. Mine is in wherever, I can't press these things. Whatever. It's in Pisces. You could see it on there. It says N node, and then there's a little loopy dude. But yes. So North Node is in Pisces. Technically that means that because again, we're going back to Pisces. It's at the end of the zodiac, okay? Because I've already had, I guess, a bunch of lessons. I'm in this one, so I get to have freedom, but I'm really, it says in here too, that that I definitely have a problem when it comes to boundaries as far as being empathetic, which I empathize too much.
Hard, yeah.
So in here, it's saying, I can't see. Okay, it's in here, it talks about being non-judgmental, or I can't even see. Okay.
There.
Okay, being non-judgmental, compassionate. These are things that I really that I really work well in. Those are things that I
at the end of the live stream, we're going to list all the books that she's talking about, by the way.
And then, and then these are the things for this life that I need to learn. I can't.
It keeps focusing.
Yeah, because I keep moving it.
Yeah. So it shows it, but yeah.
Okay. So hyper anxiety reactions, overanalysis, obsessive worry. Again, we're going back to things where I'm just constantly worried.
Exaggerating the importance of details.
Right.
This girl is a natural born storyteller. Holy cow. She can give very descriptive backgrounds on stuff. And there's her face. Anyways.
Okay.
But it's good. But it's a good thing.
Okay. Word garbage. Just in here, that section for your North Node is about 30 pages. And it talks about what you're supposed to learn this lifetime, or what is that you struggle with all the time. And if you don't learn it, guess what? You're going to come back and you're going to have to do it again at that point. And it's going to be the same thing. And it's going to have to happen until you get it right.
She
that's what.
Yeah. Denessa did another reading on me recently because I had been giving her the wrong birth time for a long ass time.
Birth time is important.
It's very important, and it did change some things in my chart. But
it mainly changed the houses. But we'll get back. Go ahead.
But the North Node really did give a good percentage of, because my birthday is Sagittarius technically, but I don't have a lot of those attributes. Some of it I'm just that's not me. And even my moon is a Gemini, so that was fun understanding that people perceive me as Aquarius. Your ascendant was also Gemini. Yeah, so my ascendant was Gemini,
which means that the mask that she wears, because your ascendant, I don't know if I ended up going through that. I'm going to reiterate it again. Ascendant means the mask that you wear to the rest
Of the world. Yeah.
But it could also mean the things in which resonate most with you. Mine is Aquarius, meaning I come off as this super humanitarian being. Like, I don't know, Peace Corps stuff, because, like, you know, I wanted to do that. But anyway, real fast, speaking of, like, humanitarian, you know, whatever, I come off as, like, a socio-political person, which, if you know me, duh. Okay, also, speaking of socio-political amazing things, this is a shirt, and it says, Sisterhood is Powerful. I got this from Christina. I forget her last name. Reyes.
Reyes.
I feel so bad. I'm sorry.
I don't know how to say the other last name that she has. You're whatever.
But anyway, she's over in San Antonio, and she has a store. It's called Hello Tallulah, and she has shirts like this, just awesome ones, and
a bunch of vintage clothing.
Vintage clothing. She's really amazing. Highly recommend. I don't know why I was like highly, but you know, highly recommend for you to go see her. She, you know. During this whole quarantine thing, keep in mind, you know, local businesses, if you're in San Antonio, support her. This is all fun. I love this shirt.
And she's got a cute puppy in the store with her. That's Daisy, though. That's Daisy is the new puppy.
She's adorable.
She's adorable.
So, but anyway, so, you know.
And Christina's pretty freaking friendly, so yeah.
She's really pretty. Anyway, so.
Yeah.
Anyway, I like her. But anyway, so, you know, my Aquarius rising comes off to the world that I'm like this humanitarian political person. So there's that. Excuse me. Which, yeah. So your ascendant is basically the mask that you wear to the rest of the world. Getting back to Janice and what we were talking about a little bit earlier.
With the North Node.
Well, no, we were just talking about her
ascendant. Yeah.
We were talking about her sun, because again, we're going to go back to your big three. It's really important. Your sun, your moon, and your rising. For Janice, her sun is Sagittarius, her moon is Gemini, and her rising is Gemini as well. So what that means, because moon means emotions and ascendant means the mask you wear to the rest of the world, it is very apparent when her emotions are happening. It's very able to see. Like, it's very visceral. You could see it. You could visually see it because it is part of her mask. She feels, and she is authentic in the way in which she is. Because she feels it. It's very hard on my sleeve. You could see it. There's no hiding her emotions through her face. If she don't like it, she's gonna be like, you know, it's apparent. There's no filter there. You know,
it sucks.
Everybody, well,
it does. It's authentic because people are like, well, you don't like this, do you? And I'm like, no, I'm good. I'm so good. And they're like, no, your face is otherwise. And I'm like, I'm trying so hard to make sure it's believable. It was really funny because she's like,
there's some things, and she was like, you're kind of calling me out here. And I'm like, no, it's right there.
I was fine with it. I understand. So
I felt called out when I looked at my own. I was just like, no, this isn't true. I'm better than this. Like, I'm just
this is telling lies, I
don't even know who the hell this is.
And I want a do-over, and it's not allowed.
This girl has no idea who she is, and then, you know, 5 seconds later, I'm like, what was I doing? Why am I here? I'm in an existential quandary constantly. I'm just like, blah, blah. You know?
Okay, so we're looking.
Sorry.
So we saw the ascendant.
Oh, that was Ian's. Go back to mine.
No, this is mine.
Yeah, but weren't we just... Oh, you're showing yours.
Yeah, that was mine, because you were using mine as an example. So let's go back to yours.
No, we were using mine.
Yeah, but because you were talking about how ascendant
but you're on Gemini.
Yeah, but that's
you're talking about yours to show? Okay. Whatever.
Let's go back to her chart, which is this right here.
Okay, yes. So
this is your chart.
Yes. Okay, sorry. Okay.
I love her.
Look at that puppy.
I know. She came in to visit.
She's so cute.
She's all the doors open.
I don't think you understand how cute this puppy is.
All right. So the second house.
She's an old, cute lady. So, okay. So second house. God, we got to go through the houses.
I know. I'm sorry. But the ascendant is, you already went over it. It's the mask that you wear.
It's the mask that you wear to the rest of the world. The houses, in all honesty, they're kind of hard. I think that, in all honesty, that would be like a second step, but I could give you a brief overview of just what the houses are, not necessarily what these signs are going to be. because then that just means that you actually need to know what each individual zodiac is for and how that would pertain to each house and make the connection to it. You know, I just want to go ahead and give a freaking side note that with the majority of these, like, I consider it like a textbook. This is the 3rd edition. The other one was the 4th edition.
And she's actually used both of them.
But I mean, with this one in the 3rd edition, you know, which first of all is very chewed up. I had a dog. She ate it. It was really cool. My dog
Nana?
actually ate. Yeah.
Nana. Sorry. Sorry. Ugh, feels.
Okay, but I find it so funny that, you know, there's some useful things that are actually in older books because this was with it. And this is pretty cool. You could sit there and tell you like all these other things that are there. And it has the whole whatever. So then here are the houses. I don't know if it's showing.
It's here.
I suck.
Okay, this stinks, but yeah, there's the houses. So like you can't see.
Okay.
So that's your face
I'll read it.
like slides
I'll
in and
read
out.
it.
Yeah.
There's 3 people. Is anyone talking on this thing?
No, I kept looking back and
Nobody
forth.
likes us. I'm just kidding.
Nobody's asking questions.
I should probably,
I'm just talking into the void.
Yeah, that would really suck if it like really wasn't recording this
Well,
entire time.
No, it's been recording, but keep in mind that like we have friends in other states.
No,
and
we
it's
don't.
Super late there.
No,
So they could be
but it's
sleeping.
Friday. They have lives. They should have. Well, never mind. It's quarantine. Well, no, it's not quarantine out over in Texas.
No, they've been out for a while.
No, whatever. Over here in California, you gotta.
Steven, you better freaking comment. That's all I gotta say.
Whatever. He's not doing anything. He hates us. I'm just kidding.
Right?
I'm just kidding. Okay, so
I will message him later and tell him how much he hates us.
Yeah.
I will guilt him. Sorry. Anyways, we're horrible friends.
So
back to this.
So anyway, houses, because we were looking at ascendant, and then it goes number 2. If you look at the
You want to go back to this?
yeah,
screen?
if you don't mind.
No problem. I mean, this is a lot of fun. Just
Sorry.
No, it's
I'm just
cool. I
going
love
back.
clicking on all the things. So this is the 2nd house, which is for what again?
Okay, first off, your first house, because we're going by houses. This whole area, this whole
But you just
thing.
did that one.
Yeah, no. I'm saying this whole thing. This thing.
Palladius.
That whole thing is your houses. Okay.
The thing on the current screen right now.
Yep.
And when you go to Cafe Astrology, it'll be listed as Palladius.
So that whole thing is your houses. Your houses, like if I was going to use a definition from here, each of the 12 houses in a person's chart represents major areas of life. So, I mean, that's really what it is. I'm just giving you more of like an actual technical definition because I prefer to give you that because I'm a Virgo. So the first one, which is actually your ascendant, which we were just talking about. The first one is mainly just your identity, what you feel like your identity is. The second one is your possessions, the way in which you view your possessions, the way in which you look at your possessions.
Or view them. Okay. Like your perspective of them. Or
right.
Like,
okay.
okay.
I know. I think that it was you when I looked at your possession area, your second house, it came up as Capricorn, or not Capricorn, as Cancer. And Cancers, they're very well known for being nostalgic. And so.
But mine was so minimal that.
Yeah, it was minimal on there, but
Yeah.
it doesn't mean anything. It means in the sense of that the possessions in which you keep. Don't think of this as in like, I'm a greedy person and I like to have possessions. It's more along like, what is it like with her? They're more nostalgic to her.
Yeah.
It represents something that means something to her in some point of like her life. So that there's nothing wrong with that. Some people hold on to things that are like that, not like forever, but you know, something that you want to pass down.
Yeah.
To a generation.
Generational
That's fine.
Stuff. That makes sense.
You know, people do that.
And then the third house.
Number 3 is knowledge. Has to deal with like specifically knowledge and how you learn, kind of. And then we have 4, which is family and your house. So that's fun. You know, depending upon the person. You know, their family, there could be like a bunch of things that's placed along in their 4th house that has, if you go down, there's more stuff in through here. If I have 4, which is well, nope, that ain't it. That's 6.
Jupiter's right there.
Jupiter, morals and values is in my 4th because I got it from, I got it from my house. My Jupiter means like my philosophy, my morals, my values. I got it from my house. Okay. From my home and my family, which I kind of do, and honestly, a lot of people do.
Normally.
Honestly, a lot of people just kind of like mimic what they have.
What they grew up with. Yeah,
what they grew up with. I mean,
on some level they do.
Yeah, but I mean, that's like that's just statistical. But anyway, again, statistical. And then 5 is creativity. Creativity, the way in which you create, and it doesn't necessarily mean I make arts and crafts. It means like the creative way in which you could potentially do problem solving, innovative, when there's a big problem, and you're working in a team, there could be creative solutions that nobody's thought of.
Yeah. Some people could be natural born problems.
Yeah.
Problem solvers.
It could be that, but it's all because that they're creative and they're thinking, they're out of the box on some stuff. And then number 6, and mine's in
Cancer.
Mine's in Cancer. Okay. Anyway, can you go down a little bit? So I have 1. Oh, okay. I guess I have 1.
I have 1.
I thought that I had more, but whatever.
Hard.
So anyway, the 6th house has to deal with work and service. Okay. For me, my work and service is very close to my heart.
That makes sense.
I genuinely care and love my job. Okay. I take it, it's with your work and service, it has to deal with, how you deal with service, or how you, and when we mean service, I mean service to your community. It could be to the universe. It could be to individuals. It could be to whatever. It could be to your job, which is mainly what it's going to be because it says work. But yeah, so there's mainly that one. And then 7 is the one that a lot of people really give a crap about, but whatever. I mean, if you're all about that life, but it's about relationships and marriage, and how those play into your life. Mine's in Leo, so I tend to, because Leos are very prideful, I tend to be very proud of the person that I'm with, like fiercely. It's a problem.
Look at that.
And then also my sun, which is my ego, I identify a lot. And it's
Lilith.
Yep. Lilith, my relationships get in the way of some real stuff.
That makes sense.
To my detriment.
Yeah.
To my detriment. Right? And I have some things in the closet when it comes to, I mean, whatever. It's just it's just abusive stuff. But whatever. Anyway. But so then Mercury as well, I communicate I communicate and think in a relationship setting. And what that means is, like, when I say something, I look at the relationship dynamic between you and me and the other person, or if it's a quarrelsome between other people, then that's what it means. Or in general, I think so much about people and their relationships that that's just what I think of all the time. I mean, it kind of makes sense considering that that it is, again, it's in Mercury, meaning again how you think, you communicate, you analyze. I do think of counseling stuff and think of relationships. I like to do that. That's fun. But anyway, so continuing on, the 8th house is transformation. Transformation meaning it could be death, it could be dying. You think that a lot of people look at this and they're like, well, how am I going to die? And that's not necessarily it. I mean, it could be. I mean, it says it. But the main thing about astrology, I'm going to say this, and I should have said this at the very beginning. Astrology is there for you to confirm, not to guide. Okay, this is for you to look at it and say, yep, that's me. This is what resonates with me. This is how I feel about me. And, like if I start to lose my path on something, I totally just look at this thing and I'm like, yeah, I am a boss. I don't know. It's just, you tend to look back at it. It doesn't mean that you have to be like this again. So when people look at the 8th house and it says death, it might be like, well, you die and get an inheritance, or somebody gets an inheritance, and you're just like, well, only whoever knows that, but whatever. It's going to sit there and say some stuff. But also it goes ahead and deals with naughty stuff, sex. Okay. Well, not like whatever. It
You're
deals with
killing me here, Smalls. It's great.
Whatever.
No, it's true though.
it's
It does
in
have to
there.
deal with sex. No,
It's in there. Okay.
Translation. You know how kinky somebody is if you look at their
Kind
chart.
of, yeah, but
do.
whatever. Anyway, so we have 9, which is your beliefs. Your beliefs, Scorpio. I mean, I guess that you could say that like because again, it's a water sign. Scorpio is water, which is very fluid in their emotions, blah, blah, blah. My beliefs can be kind of fluid. That sounds really bad. Judge me, don't care. But it could just mean that. Also, Scorpios, trust is huge for them.
It is.
It's huge.
It's not given easily, and and if you mess up, you are there. They don't forgive.
I'm a little vengeful.
Yeah.
In that, I could be petty. I own it. I have no problem with it. But I mean, it also means too that my beliefs could be on the dark side. And when I mean dark side, I mean like it's not necessarily like taboo of the world, but it just means like not of the norm. But it's also
your Pluto too.
Yeah. So, people aren't ready for me. I'm just kidding. Anyway,
they are ready for this awesomeness.
Well, no, it's not even just that. It's just like the depth that comes with me in these beliefs. They're deep seated within me because they are so emotionally attached to me on so many different levels. And if you don't like it, then I get very vengeful. I get, whatever. But that's just how that works in that particular area. Again, 9 has to deal with beliefs. So, number 10, which is like the coolest one ever. It's not really the coolest one ever. Personally, I have been having like midheaven, because that's what it is. Your 10th house is your midheaven. This is very important, okay? In the sense of this is the type of stuff that you need for you to be fulfilled inside of a job or whatever it is. It helps you go ahead and create stuff like, or what it is that you feel like that's going to resonate with you when it comes to your career. Like for me, my midheaven is in Sagittarius. Sagittarius is a big teacher, okay? As well as, they're free-spirited and stuff, And so translating that into a career, it's kind of like sometimes at odds because I do love teaching. I love it. It's one of I feel super
That's your passion.
I definitely love it. But also I cannot be in a place for a long time. I can't be at a job forever. And if I like it, when you have Sagittarius there, because you are such a free thinker, you want to be self-employed. If you were to have more of an earth based inside of your midheaven, which let's just say it's Capricorn, they bosses in this. They bosses, okay? They want money. They're very CEO type people. They're okay with having control over those things. If you were to be a Taurus, sometimes you could be really into food in there. You might be a cook. Like
or a chef, or anything like that. That makes sense.
It could be that. If yours was in Virgo in here, you'd be something of service. You could potentially even just be doing customer service. Or you could actually just do a lot of volunteer work, or you love to analyze, or you love to do research. I don't like to research ever, and that is sarcasm, people.
So what does it mean for this one? Like Virgo, for example.
Wait, who is this?
This is Ian's.
Okay, him. He likes to research.
Okay, that
he
makes
likes
sense.
to research, and again, go back to Ian. So it has. So okay, Virgos too. Okay, if we're talking about they're more analytical. Okay, also tangible. You know what else is tangible? This fits right into what it is that he wants to do. You know, it's also service-like, tangible. You could be a nurse. Very service-oriented. wanting to take care of people. But it's also not just like thought-wise in the sense of like on a spiritual level. It's clearly in a tangible realm, which is physical as a nurse, as well as you know, he's able to do some problem solving too. Yeah. You have to do that when you do nursing. Yeah. And as well, you also, which Virgos, they're very team oriented. He's a great team player. Right? Yeah. I was told that I was a good team player at work. Go me.
That's good. And this makes sense to me because since he's in the army, that's going to come in handy.
If you're in the army, guess what? You're doing service. Duh. Yeah. But you know. Yeah. So there's that, which he probably feels really super fulfilled in there.
Oh yeah.
I definitely. So earlier, well, not earlier. Just I'm always kind of like, because my mind is so scattered all the time. Melvin?
Yeah.
You're the worst. God. You're so mean.
She just saw all the comments. You spilled my beer on Chuck. That's her uncle, you jerk.
I forgot what I was talking about.
Sorry. That's our uncle right there. There he is. Hi.
Hi, Uncle.
Hi, Uncle.
You're so
Melvin.
You're all watching this?
That's
How
sweet.
Okay. I forgot what I was talking about. Melvin like totally like threw me off. It was a little weird. I forgot what was happening. Oh, somebody remind me where I was.
Oh, you were talking about
midheaven.
Midheaven.
Okay, career.
Yeah.
Career. Okay, so I've been in like clearly not if you know me personally, like I've been in like this existential quandary about what do I need to do for a job because I'm just constantly so scattered in my brain due to other things. And again, I overanalyze things and, you know, just overdo it, you know? So anyway, did you just look at his picture and you're like, yeah,
that's Melvin. Just
so I'm like that.
I love him. We all love him.
Anyway, getting back to the point.
Smart aleck.
So okay. So on a very serious note, if you are focus, Denessa. Okay. If you are having an existential quandary about what career you are at, or like if it feels good, or if you're sitting there thinking to yourself because you're a person that's on the phone and you're like, well, this doesn't really fulfill me, or you're thinking about going to school for something but you don't know what to go for, I highly recommend for you to go to Cafe Astrology. There is a
career path.
Yeah, there's a report in there, and it's I think it's career path or something like that. Did you get it? No. Anyway,
yeah.
I ended up getting it recently. It went through my midheaven, which is Sagittarius, and I mean it when I tell you this. It went through my entire chart, and every single thing was like teacher, counselor, teacher, counselor, teacher, counselor. And for a while there, I was thinking about going back to school for me to go do nursing. And now I'm like, what am I doing? I'm not going to waste my money. No, this just gave me, again, confirmation. It's not necessarily guidance, but it confirms with me. It resonates with me. Because, I know that it fulfills me. It reminds me that it fulfills me because it does. And in all honesty, like I've stuck with my job because I genuinely love it. Like I love working with my kids. Like they're the coolest things ever. Like they're super awesome. Love them. Anyway, totally whatever. Getting back to the point. Yeah. Hi. It says hi.
I know.
Anyway, getting back to the point. What else is there? So 11th house. 11th house. It's like kind of like it's your community. It's like it's what you consider. You said the word tribe yesterday.
Yeah, your soul tribe or your tribe.
And I was like, that is a really good way of putting it. It's like your tribe, your people, the people that you resonate with. I call them like your church and like your
or
church.
The family that you create was the other thing that you said.
The family that you choose. RuPaul says that the great thing about the community, the LGBTQ community, is that you get to choose your family. You do. You get to choose your family. This is the people that you do Friendsgivings with. like I got a cool group of people, you know. I mean, we had a cool group of people over in San Antonio for Thanksgiving, and that was fun.
It was fun. Actually,
Like
every Thanksgiving we celebrated it with friends in San Antonio.
Yeah,
so
but
it was a lot of fun.
See, and that's the thing though. Over at Friendsgiving and all that other stuff, you get to be your authentic self. You know, you get to be truly yourself, and it's not to say that like your family's horrible and they're judging you. It's just, you know, you're able to, you know, again, be around people just that you're So 11 has to deal with your interaction with your tribe, the people that you may consider your church. I call them church just because that they resonate so much with you. It could also be like being a part of like a group.
But it makes sense what you're saying, because it's not that you're saying, like you said, it's not like you're saying family's horrible. It's just normally we have to be a little more PC. I have to not swear so dang much because truck driver mouth here. But also
that's kind of a family thing.
I think it is. It's a Woyson thing. It is a Woyson thing. But also it's just, you have to be a little bit not so much, not so intense.
You have to censor.
Yeah, we censor the crap out of ourselves, and it's okay.
But you know, with mine, it's Sagittarius. It means that I have people from all walks of life.
Yeah.
And it also means that I kind of like because I am so adventurous in certain things. I do have different people that I consider family wherever I go.
It's you make friends pretty much anywhere you go.
Yeah, but I mean, like I said, I feel like that I have a family over in San Antonio. I feel like that, you know, I definitely have a family over in Phoenix, like literally, but then also like my own group of friends that like we've known each other since, you know, first day of high school, you know, and we're really tight. And then and then I
like one of the girls that you've known since high school, or like you've known Des forever, and Des was actually one of my bridesmaids for the wedding, because she's like an honorary
she's like a
sister.
Chosen member of the family. Like,
she was an honorary sister, so
we're just so intertwined, you know.
And then like Denessa became really good friends with the other, obviously the other women that were in the bridal party, like, you know, Becca. You've known Becca for a long time. And then Becky, like, you absolutely adore Becky. Like, we had to talk with her, like, because we were playing D&D.
Why am I looking in the mirror? Sorry.
I don't know. We were playing D&D earlier on this weekend, and Denessa and her
D&D.
Sorry. and they have a genuine connection. She was able to like shoot the breeze with her for an hour and a half or 2 hours.
I mean, also too, just being able to like relate to somebody inside of like this past whole with teaching and stuff, especially during this whole quarantine thing. Let me tell you, it's been exhausting.
And then so that's kind of like tribe. That makes a lot of sense.
It's not even like just it's just how can I help? Like, how can I make this work for the kids as well as work for the parents? So this way that, you know, because everyone's just stir crazy, you know, like what is the most efficient way to help? You know, to help learn and create that environment when we're usually able to create our own environment for the kids. So it's just, you know, and then trying to communicate that with parents. How does this all work? You know, anyway, it's just,
why is it not okay? See, I see Lacey, or not Lacey. I see Macy right there. There's Macy right there, but it's not showing it on the.
Whatever.
Oh, there it is.
Hi, Macy.
Hi, Macy. Love you too. Sorry.
Hi, lady. Tell Andy.
That's Andy.
I said hi.
Yeah, it's Andy's girlfriend. Yeah.
And then so we could go to 12.
Yes, we are. Let me go back to it. Do the thing.
That's fine.
I'm getting way better at navigating.
Look at you.
I almost know what I'm doing. Yeah. Okay.
Go you.
Okay, so this is the 12th house.
So 12th. Why am I looking at this? I am looking at this. You know why? Because this is a great thing to have. If you want, you could just like create your own little cheat sheet. It's super great. Like here it has like all of the symbols that are per, you know, sign. It's just so much easier.
So the 12th,
and so 12th is spirituality. Mine's in Capricorn, which could sometimes be again, physical realm, because it is an earth sign. I need something tangible for me to spiritually understand. Sometimes it's also a little
Makes
traditional too. Deep down, like I feel very much Catholic guilt. Okay, let me tell you. Like I do something and I'm like, oh God, why'd I do that? And then, then I feel like that I gotta go do confession, but it's not really. Like, I never do because I just feel weird about being in a room with a priest by myself.
Oh
just, I don't mean it like that. I just mean it's really uncomfortable. Like, what? I'm supposed to like spill out my heart to you about everything that I've ever done? That's really weird. If you were like a vessel for, okay, now I'm getting a little
balls deep here.
Okay, I don't.